Hey, welcome back, Rankers, back in HD. Hey? Ugliness in full resolution. I gave up sugar a couple of weeks ago, and now I've come out in pimples. How does that work? Well, seriously. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you a little bit this week about blogging and doing the little things that count. So you may remember a couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, I think it was, I was talking to you about a former client that basically spent $12,000 on SEO and pretty much I couldn't see any SEO on the site. I don't know what they did. Certainly they didn't do anything that we would normally do, and certainly the client's rankings didn't go up at all. And she was quite upset. So that's when I brought out that other end of financial year product, which was a 4-hour only product. And we sold out of those pretty quickly. But I said at the time, I reckon we could do more in 4 hours than what they did in 12 months. Well, it turns out we've done more in less than an hour than they did in 12 months. And I'm not just saying this because, oh, look at us, aren't we good? Because obviously we are. But I'm telling you this because this is stuff that you could do. You know, I probably could have taught our client to do this. But this is what's happened. So we've worked on the site for less than an hour, and I'll show you what we've done in a second. And you can see here that it's come up in the course of the month, so July. It's gone up 36 spots, 38 spots, and 1 spot overnight. So it's at 8 now. So it's on the front page, and this is a real estate-related keyword. So it's not an easy thing to rank for. But it's gone from page 4, to page 1. And it really only started moving when Google had recrawled everything, and then it just went bang. Now, it doesn't always happen like that. I love it when it happens like that, but it doesn't always happen like that. This is a small site. It's a real estate niche. And so, you know, to get through and fix everything didn't take, you know, a long time. And you know, we haven't even maxed out the time yet. So I want to show you our reporting tool that we use. So we use a thing called Harvest, which is a cloud-based time management tool. So whenever anyone's working on the site, if I'm working on the site, we'll just press start and time so we know how much time we've put into the client's project. And for this one, all we've done is, you know, add the keywords to the title, pretty standard, of just the home page, not a target page, just the home page. And we've also changed it to HTTPS. So that took about 0.03 of an hour. I don't know what that is. I'll let you work that out. But you can see here 0.48 of an hour is what we've worked on the site. So less than half an hour we've worked on the site so far. And that has made it just go bang. The other major thing that we did, and I don't think the HTTPS took that long, the keyword, putting the keywords in the title, 0.08 of an hour. And what's taken the main amount of time, and what always takes the main amount of time, is cleaning up the Google index. I can't tell you how important this is. Well, I can, actually. It's really important. But the reason it's really important is because it has these sorts of effects. When you clean all that up, Google recrawls everything, goes, there you go. And so, for instance, I'll give you for instance. So I'm creating a product at the moment for bloggers. And it's basically an instruction manual for their WordPress site and how to make sure that they rank and the things that they should do on a daily basis, keyword research, all that sort of stuff. So it's not a techie product. It's more geared towards people who don't want to know about SEO. They just want to press the buttons and make it happen. So that's a difficult thing to write, but it's good. It's working. And what I've found is when I'm talking to bloggers, and one of them happens to be an old mate, really old. Older than me, and his name is Trevor Young. Hey, Trev. And unfortunately for Trevor, he's a cat supporter. But anyway, I'm a North Melbourne supporter. So if I have a look at this is the search that we always do, site, and then I've put the bin out. Someone else can do that. I'm not doing that. And I have a look at I've done site, and his web address. And you can see here, it's got 190 results. Now, typically, for someone, for most sites, it's rare, in fact. It would be the exception where that number there is what we want it to be. And what typically is happening is Google is crawling things you don't want it to crawl, and so it's confused about the authority of certain pages within the site and what they mean. Usually there's duplication, all those sorts of things. So that's all we did on that other site. We went through and we tidied up all that stuff. So we've spent less than half an hour so far on that site, and it's resulted in a jump of 36 spots or something, 36 spots up onto the front page anyway. So now we begin the climb up the page. And, just looking at this one here, these results here, if I have a quick look at this, what I'm looking for is things that and I'm scrolling fast because I'm just looking for things that are just standing out as being wrong, that they shouldn't be there. And Trevor is a podcaster, an author, social media, content marketer extraordinaire. Here's one here. I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be there. So, we're going through and get rid of stuff like this. The other thing that you'll typically see is you might have pages at the W's and not at the W's. But before you go and do anything, you've got to go and set up that measuring. And that's one of the things I'm talking about in the Bloggers product. Because if you don't set up that measuring, that ranking tool, whatever it might be, it could just even be a manual one that you do every day, you don't know the effect of the work that you do. So what we'll do now on this particular site is that we'll wait. I want to see that go, this overnight movement, go to 0 or -1. Because once it's done that, then, and if everything else sort of follows suit there, I know that the changes that we've made, Google's got the most juice out of them. Now it's time to make the next changes. But you don't want to go and make those next set of changes until you know Google's finished getting all the love out of the changes that you've already made, because you don't know what you're building on then. Okay, so we've got a couple of clients like that at the moment. And a lot of the work that we do is monitoring this sort of stuff, is going in every morning, checking it. So my morning consists of, before I get out of bed, check rankings of sites on the iPad. I know, it's sad. And then looking at Flipboard and curating my content for the day. Then I get out of bed. But that is, just fantastic. It doesn't usually happen that quick. That's happened in a course of, if I have a look at the graph here, and if I have a look at the date, actually, let's have a look at the date. So the date that these changes were made, well, it was on a Friday, and the joy happened on a Monday, over the weekend actually, happened on a Sunday. So it took Google a little bit of time to recrawl the whole site, and then it just went bang. And that's what typically will happen. Now, how far and all that, how far you jump up after cleaning up all that stuff is totally dependent on, obviously, your site and the competition that you're up against. The size of the site, the bigger the site, the longer that's going to take. So your e-commerce sites are always going to take longer. But that sort of basic SEO is as basic as it gets, and it's pretty easy to do. And it's just usually configuration stuff. So the Blogger product that I'm bringing out is kind of just geared at these sorts of people who don't want to know about SEO. They just want to know how to do it. They just want to know the instruction manual, press this button, push that key. It's a challenge to actually create something like that, but I think we've got it. So I just wanted to show you that I wasn't BSing when I said we could do more in 4 hours than that other SEO company was doing in 12 months. And so could you. Hopefully that's helpful, and we'll see you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.